Hello, yeah. So it's been a while since I made a vid, and here's the next one. A little bit similar to one or two before, but it was interesting, exciting. Um, I've been practicing my Protoss a lot lately, but this is of course I'm Zerg in the top right. Honey Monster, my partner, Terran as ever, and we're up against a Terran BU and a Protoss Say. And well, we'll see what happens. I go with an opening that I've been doing all day. It's basically designed to get about 10 roaches at 7.5 minutes and then pack it up with like 30 lings, which so far on this date had held off two rushes. They were speedlings, early speedlings, and basically the roaches pop out at about the same time the speedlings hit, and of course fight them off. So yes, I expand. Honey Monster this game, I believe he wanted to go with some Banshee harass. So there's his factory and there's Starport coming. They, on the other hand, are going for a full-on rush. Not entirely sure why he went with the double gas and then not building anything that requires gas. And say here, just going for mass zealot. But again, harvesting the gas, though not building anything that requires gas. I suppose that works to our advantage. But as you can see, it's not an insignificant force that's coming. Production here. A few lings. I think yes, I made a mistake or two because normally this is done off one gas, but I put the second gas down. I'm assuming because my first gas was late. Expanding, yes, mistakes were made. Normally you don't make this many drones either, but I'm still kind of sticking with the thing, getting the early roaches out, so I see what's coming, and no point me giving up that third for nothing. I'll just try and pump out the roaches to hold this. So, yeah, it starts. The mandatory stutter, of course. Meanwhile, Honey Monster is going in with his Banshee. But of course, I have to weather this storm. I'm assuming that these workers would have got taken out had they stayed. So it's just a matter of... Wow, that game noise is loud. No time to focus down. So this is the thing. Honey Monster disconnected, and so I said, this is going to be fun. Basically, it's to cover myself. Either it's going to be fun trying to hold this off on my own, or it's going to be fun because I'm going to beat them. But nevertheless, a little bit of a misrally from the Protoss chap. I feel the need to pull my workers. Sent them back up to the top because he came down to the bottom. But there, I kind of held off the initial push, and of course I'm dealing with his Banshee here. It survives with 8 health, and now we get to actually the funniest bit of the whole game. He calls his mules, so I cloak up. Of course, we're not that far off the next scan. I didn't look that much. I just kind of put the cloak on because I gotta do two bases worth of macroing. But there goes the Banshee, and there isn't a new one. What I do is, yes, I put down his new base, I build some more racks, and from my Zerg point of view, I put the third base down. But there, My supply blocks. When you're controlling your partner's base and stuff that has been when he has been disconnected, you don't actually get to see what his supply is. But I just queued up Marines from everything, put down the extra barracks because it's basically what I'm going to do. Just pump out Marines from his base without upgrades. But now I'm just seeking to make an impression with my roaches. Ideally, I want to stay away from the cannon. Pick off the zealots. And this gives me a good idea of how strong they actually are, to see what they can do. Because at the moment, with the tech that they have, I can keep doing the roaches. Of course, I know I'm too weak to hold that army as it is, so I do need reinforcements. Oh, I see I'm getting +1 for Honey Monster. But, of course, I don't know about this base up here. All I can kind of see is, oh, they're still on one base each. And I know that I've knocked Terran down to hardly any workers, although I know he has OP mules. But the plan is to just keep a bit of pressure on here and there so they can't freely expand. Not entirely sure why he's going with the Reaper option, but I assume that I have zergling speed, which I do. And the income that you get, of course, is larger than you normally expect. I'm of course looking to pick up some free units, but also giving some free units away. Establish Honey Monster's expansion. Oh, could have put some people on gas there. Tank for extra safety. My main army, of course, will be my Zerg army, but supplemented by Marines, of course. I need to get enough pumping out so that his combined armies can't make a good impression. Of course, keep an eye on, are they expanding, where they are, where they aren't. Ah yes, I forced the lift off there with these Marines, and now it's supposed to stand in the middle of their production so that any units that come out get taken. There, obviously I'm expecting to find an expansion, and of course here I'm also trying to defend. Marauders, good against the roaches, not so good against the Marines. Middle of the map. Action, action, action. So long as I can keep enough pressure on them to keep both of them distracted, then I'm in a good position. Ah, yes. I found a few stray workers. Always nice to get a bonus. All of this, of course, were Terran to come back. They'd have to rebuild everything. Meanwhile, I'm not entirely sure at what point I spotted that. I still don't know about it, yeah. But there's the red CC taken down, and yes, I did build another one of these, and no doubt I'll put it on hold position so it doesn't go into a cannon. Meanwhile, I am starting now to check that they don't have extra bases everywhere. Ah, yes, at this point, of course, I've seen the Twilight Council, and I do expect the Dark Shrine. And now just mix. I feel as though I'm in a position that I can just throw units at it. 6,000 resources, a couple of extra macro hatches. I can just afford to throw units at them because I pretty much know that I'm in the ascendancy. Interested to see if this research finishes. I'm sure it won't make a major impact on the game, but it's just gonna finish. There we go. Lots of cannons. Obviously I'm not paying much attention to this, otherwise I would, save a few more. But he's building up here, getting himself a nice bit of income. I'm now basically sending honey monsters, SCVs, to build CCs everywhere to cover every patch. There's an overlord of black gold. And just have a quick thing. Yeah. All they have is the 45 workers. And there's the DTs, which I do know and expect. I kind of put the put some defense up here, and production should see overseers morphing pretty soon. Ah, there we go, there they are. And here we go. These, of course, told to build command centers everywhere. And that's how I find out about this base. Everyone on their set paths, set to take stuff out. And basically the DTs are gonna make a minor impact. Income wise and money wise, this base isn't that important. Same to this base. I pretty much just know that I need to clear this out. And of course I have honey monsters command centers on shortcut for the scans, and if they didn't know it was over, they do now. And that was that. Thanks for watching.